filled with unsupervised, frightened teens living in deplorable conditions.
I mean, I've seen for myself the tech schools that they attend, and I mean, the orphanage is luxurious compared to tech schools.
There's a lot of drugs and alcohol and sex in the tech schools because you're putting 15 and 16-year-olds who've lived in an institutional setting, turning them loose. And they either fall into that or they're terrified of it.
Yeah, the notion of them living in a dorm situation with not even a dorm mom, that's a scary notion.
You worry about them, you know, like you worry about your own kids. You know, you hope they're okay. Pray for them constantly, that they are surviving.
I cannot imagine ever one of those kids that I have known and hugged and loved being in that situation. I will not allow that to happen. I won't. And no child should ever be put in that type of position.
Children's Hope Chest has developed the Independent Living Program to educate and aid older orphans to live on their own. This much-needed ministry is the newest addition to Centerville's work in Ivanovo. Through our financial contributions, we secure apartments for small groups of graduates from Orphanage Number 1 so that they can stay together as a family, far from the unlivable conditions of the tech school dorms.
Some of the kids had said, but you know, the idea of having their own place, which not only having their place, but to be able to be behind a locked door for the first time in their life.
From the security of a safe place to call home, and with the support of a foster parent and a counselor who visit them weekly, our graduates are given the opportunity to begin learning and applying basic living skills. With these skills, coupled with our continued love and support in mission, we can ensure that our children of Ivanovo have the chance to transcend the statistics. As our children graduate year after year, our vision includes having a safe haven for each of them. Our mission is to provide them with practical help and God's hope, today and for the rest of their lives.
I really feel that God's called us to this. He called us to this ministry. He led us to these kids. He's entrusted us with these kids. God says in Jeremiah, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you hope and a future."
For us to tell them that they have God's love, it's so important. It truly could mean the difference between despair and hope for these children.
They need someone in their lives that they know is thinking about them.
These children need it today.
One of the most important things to me is that we get more people involved to become parts of their lives.
No matter how much we try to make sure that we, give each child the time and the moments that they need, you're only one person with two hands, and when there's 80 kids, it's really hard to do that.
We can accomplish more if we have more people.
I would love to see a huge team of people going to Russia.
You just think, how can I make such a big impact or a difference in a child's life? And you realize that all of us can.
You will not walk away from that orphanage without it changing your life.
It'll be on their calendars and they'll just be marking off the days waiting for somebody from Centerville United Methodist Church. We're making a difference in so many different ways.
You get back so much more than you give.
They are definitely a part of my heart and a part of my life.
Every day I think about these children. I pray for these children.
We're just part of their lives now. We're in their photo albums.
But I just cannot imagine not being involved.
It's just a wonderful, wonderful ministry.
They brought me closer to the church. It showed me what I'm supposed to do.
It'll change your life, and you're supposed to be there for a reason.
I felt God saying to me, this is not over, and I don't want it to be over.
I cried for hours as we left. The kids it was just awful leaving each other, and we said we'll be back next year.
It's really hard to go off and leave crying children.
It's a whole lot easier to leave and say goodbye when you know you'll be back.
But once you go, you're just so moved by it. By the time you leave, you're going back.
I'll be back, and I'll be back often.
By the end of the week, you're a family, and the family keeps growing.
A family halfway around the world.
To say that it'll change your life is an absolute understatement. It's an understatement to say that you'll come back more thankful. I mean, it really is like a fabric that's woven inside of you now. That's with you for the rest of your life. That, like I said, I can't get them out of my head, and that's a good thing. And I would offer that up to anybody who goes. Your life will be just changed forever, and not just for a short time when you come back. It will be with you for the rest of your life.
I think that the kids' hearts, they really become softer. I mean, when they see you and they have time with you, they really feel that they are cared for, and they really feel that they are loved.
I don't know what makes you do it, but to come across the ocean here, to see these kids, to help them, and that's really amazing. Thank you very much.